Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for our YouTube channel optimization workshop, where my goal today is that you come away with a better understanding of what YouTube is all about. If you don't know, how you can better use it for your business, organization, or whatever purpose you use YouTube for. And more than anything, and what I have found here at Perlow Productions, when we work with clients creating video content, is that more often than not, sometimes they drop their videos or upload their videos to their YouTube channel and they just kind of sit there. And it's the old tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it or see it. And it is such an underutilized tool by businesses of all shapes and sizes. And I hope that from some of the things you learned today, this will help you fix that, improve that, and really turn your YouTube channel into what it should be, which is a dynamic tool that drives new customers, new business, new opportunities to your website, to your business, to your organization, as it should be the whole time. And while obviously I scream from the rooftops every day about the importance of high quality video, if the videos can be wonderful, if nobody's seeing them, it doesn't matter. And conversely, if you have good videos but nobody's seeing them, they are truly wasted assets. We did a YouTube audit for somebody last week, and they had about 10 videos on their website, on their YouTube channel, and most of them actually had pretty good engagement, which meant people watched a good percentage of them, but they had no followers, and each video had like less than 100 views over several years. So really what it meant is nobody was getting to see the videos, but those that did were actually watching a good percentage of the videos on there. So that's one of the things we're going to touch on. And again, if you have questions, please either raise your virtual hand. That's the button near the bottom of your Zoom screen. And I'll happy to call on you at any time with a question, or you could put a question in the chat if you prefer. And I really encourage questions throughout. Nobody wants to listen to me speak for an hour, no matter what the topic. So I'm not a big slide user, but I have a few that I'm going to use just for the purpose of kind of moving things along, and a few visuals for all of you. So we're gonna, if you don't know where you are at the live YouTube channel optimization workshop. And again, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Perlow. I'm the president and founder of Perlow Productions, which is a corporate video production and animation company based here in Southern New Jersey. So question number one, why the heck are you here? Why optimize your YouTube channel? In case you didn't know, some people say it's the top, some people say it's the second, but YouTube is one of the top search engines in the world, which means when people are searching, things that are in YouTube are coming up in searches. What does optimization mean? Well, literally it means improving something, right? Making it the best it can be. So when you optimize your YouTube channel, you boost the potential that somebody will discover your channel or your videos when they're searching for what you do, sell, or offer. And also obviously boosts the potential for conversions, which means they will call you, email you, contact you, whatever it may be, to learn more about what you have to offer. And you can also think of every video on your YouTube channel as a mini landing page for your business. So while the main YouTube channel is your home of videos, each video within your YouTube channel, think of almost like a little mini landing page, pitching your business in a variety of different ways, or showcasing, like in our YouTube channel at Perlow Productions, our YouTube channel showcases our work. So the videos, some of the videos are about video production, but more of them are videos we've produced for other clients. So showcasing either the work you do or about the work you do. So if everybody would like to, or whoever would like to, put a little comment in the chat and share with me, what is the number one goal of your YouTube channel right now? Let's see what people have to say. Okay, so Rhonda says her client's YouTube channel is a mess, and so is hers. Okay. Ted says he wants to increase comments, so increase interaction on his videos. So don't just watch them, but comment on the videos. Diana wants to get more listeners for their podcast. Atik wants to help people learn GA4, which I guess is an offering of yours. Linda wants to increase knowledge about her books. and Steve wants a larger audience for his client productions and wants to build a library of content. So those are some of the answers. Jennifer says she wants to store the video she posts on LinkedIn. And Susan does not have a YouTube channel yet. And by the way, if you do not have a YouTube channel yet, you belong here as much as anybody, because one of the big things here is how do you get started from the get-go? And many people have YouTube channels that are set up, but are not doing much of anything. So that's not a whole lot different than if you don't have a YouTube channel. So let's move. And we are going to thank those of you who volunteered to be victims of my assessment. And it's going to be pretty harmless, just kind of taking a look at a few people's YouTube channels a little bit later. But let's move on to so channel branding, your name and handle. Here's the number one place that I find businesses make mistakes with their YouTube channel. How many here, you can raise your hand if you want, how many here have their name, their personal name or first name as the name of their YouTube channel? Raise your hand if you do, or just laugh. Okay, now we have a gentleman here, Brian Propp, if you know who he is, former NHL great, and now a businessman in the South Jersey Philly community. But Brian, unlike most of us, is a public figure. So when you are a public figure, you want your name because your name is your brand. But most of us here are not a name brand to the public. People aren't searching Mike Perlow when they're looking for a video production company, okay? People aren't searching Jackie when they're looking for a summer camp. They're searching the industry, the kinds of businesses, the kinds of products and services that they're looking for. So when your YouTube channel name is just your name, or frankly has your name at all, it provides no benefit to when people are searching for what you do. Think about your YouTube channel as a massive search engine, an SEO machine, which means when it's set up right, when people are searching, and it does take some time. If you make these changes today, it's not going to suddenly appear everywhere tomorrow morning. It takes time to get indexed in Google. But when you have your channel, if your channel says, summer camp for girls, well, suddenly, hopefully, when somebody searches a summer camp for their daughter, your YouTube channel will potentially come up in that search, or your videos will potentially come up in that search. Another thing that's important when it comes to your channel branding, your name and your handle. So your name is the title that you see at the top of your YouTube channel, and then the handle is the actual @ that you give people to visit your YouTube channel. And you want to have consistency with your brand name and your website. So if your brand is ABC Pharmaceuticals, your YouTube channel should not be Pharmaceuticals Are Us, right? Or Pharmaceutical Company New Jersey, right? So really think about what your company name, your brand name is, and what it says on your website, and try to keep that consistent from your website to your brand name in general, and then to the name and handle on your YouTube channel. And we want to keep these names and handles short, searchable, and professional. The word best, the word excellent, the word amazing, keep that out. Really focus on what you do. If you provide dental services, South Jersey dental care for children, okay? Something like that. Not best dentist in New Jersey, or it could be dentist in New Jersey. But bear with me one second. Just got to let a couple people in here. So those are some things to think about. And by the way, some of you are probably saying, well, great, well, I already named my YouTube channel. You can rename it at any time, and I think YouTube allows you to change it every 14 days. You don't want to start doing that. But think about what might be the right channel name and handle. They should be the same. Occasionally, it's already taken, so you might have to add a number or a letter to it. But usually, most of our businesses are available as a handle, just like if you were looking for a website URL. And if you have questions about that, feel free to email me a few different ideas you have around your channel and what you're thinking of as a new name. But again, unless you're a public figure and selling yourself as a public figure. So even with Brian Propp's example, if Brian is selling real estate, he wants his YouTube channel to be focused on real estate, not on him. But that doesn't mean he can't benefit from his name as a public figure. So, but again, since most of us are not, focus on what your business is all about as the title and channel name for your YouTube channel. Channel aesthetic. So, how your channel looks. Um, Now I'm going to go to my website, I'm sorry, my YouTube channel for a second. Can everybody see this? Can everybody see my channel?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you see at the top, there is a long horizontal image. That is a banner image. When you create the layout of your YouTube channel, you can add a banner image at the top above your name, and then you can add your logo on the left side as you see my Perlow Productions logo. I want to comment something that I left up here intentionally. You see on top of my page, it has that confirm channel subscription. This is a little bit off topic right now, but it's an important thing to know. If you put a link on your website to your YouTube channel, so basically have an icon on your website that has the YouTube logo that people click to go to your YouTube channel, have your website developer or whoever does it, they add a little bit of code to your regular YouTube channel address. And that brings up what you see here, which means anytime somebody clicks on that and comes to our YouTube channel, it automatically asks them to subscribe if they haven't already subscribed. It doesn't force them to subscribe. Now, the only reason this is coming up for me is I must not be logged into my channel, or I don't know, but this only happens if you haven't subscribed. But again, you can just hit cancel and enjoy the YouTube channel. So you're not forcing them to, but statistically, if somebody comes to your channel and it offers them the chance to subscribe, they probably will. And obviously, subscribers is a key part to success in a YouTube channel. Now, a couple of things I'm going to show you here. Okay, so obviously I have my company name, my handle name that are both the same, Perlow Productions. I have my subscribers, I have my videos. I'm going to go a little out of sequence out of my slides because quite frankly, it's more fun to do it this way. So here's another important part that I see as a mistake on a lot of YouTube channels. So first of all, find an image that you can put at the top banner that is meaningful. And sometimes you have to have a graphic designer resize it so it fits in that long rectangle shape. But add something there that adds some meaning to your YouTube channel that complements everything else. And obviously get a high quality version of your logo in a circular shape, even if it's not a circular logo that will fit in that icon, because that's going to be the branding for your whole channel. So here are some things where people often leave empty or put very little. So as you see at the top here, it has the beginning of my description of my company. And you click on the more. You have the ability to write a whole description about what your company does. I also include a call to action here with my calendar link, my email address, my phone number. And again, this shouldn't be promotional about you need us to do X, more informational with also, again, keywords that speak to what you do and think about what would somebody search when they're looking for you, okay? So the description should say something about your company, but then speak in detail about the services you provide. You don't have to say we're the best in the country or this or that. Really focus on the literal things you do. So if you do snow shoveling, if you do dental care, if you raise money for nonprofits, it literally says that in the description, and again, is going to be strong SEO copy. And I'm a big believer in no matter where somebody goes, always give them an easy way to contact you. So they have my calendar link, they have my email address, they have my phone number, and then you can add a bunch of links below that. And I think it's literally unlimited. So I have one that goes to our contact form. I have one that goes to our company LinkedIn page. I have one that goes to our portfolio page. Now, not every website has such a variety of different pages, but a lot do. I have one that goes to our homepage, one that goes to our animation, and then I have links going to our TikTok channel, our Instagram, our Facebook, another page for all these other services we offer. And then below here, it makes you click on there to see the email address. I don't know why. And then it has the handle, country. I can't believe we joined YouTube back in 2008, which is insane. But we did, and currently have 834 subscribers, 572 videos, and 484,000 and change views, which sadly is not really that amazing. It sounds great, but in the scope of YouTube channels, we are pushing higher and higher. And obviously, it has a little button here where you can literally share the channel with somebody. You can just literally click there, and then you can share it on social media. You can email it to somebody. There's a variety of different ways. Now, you see here that I have, get this button. Okay. you see here that I have a video that greets people the first time they come to our YouTube channel. I'm not going to get into all the settings right now, but there is a setting on when you customize. Well, actually, I can show you here. So there's customize channel, manage videos, and visit community. So when you click on this customize channel button, this is where you can add the banner image. Okay, and you literally upload it here, where you can add your logo, or they say picture, your channel name, and then your channel handle. And again, try to make those the same thing. Obviously, your channel name can have a space if it's a two-word name like Perlow Productions. Pronouns if you want to add them. And then again, that same description goes right here that you saw before. You can even have it translate for other languages, your channel URL, and then here are all the links that you saw with icons before. This is where you put them in. You literally just drop down here, you title it what it's called, and then you put the link that it would go to in each of these fields. And then the contact info. And then here's one other thing. A video watermark. I don't know how many of you know what Jackie, I'll get you 1 second. A video watermark is so when people watch your videos, they know immediately whose video it is. And it puts a little mark of your logo on every video. So what you need to do is upload a PNG file, which means your graphic designers will know what this is. It's a transparent file. So when it goes over a video, it doesn't block what they're seeing in the video. So if you ask your graphic designer or whoever does your logo, give me a PNG file I can upload to YouTube for my video watermark. Anytime your videos are embedded anywhere or played anywhere, that watermark will show up on the video so people identify that that this is a video from your company. Jackie, what is your question?
That is all just underneath the profile?
Correct.
Okay.
When you, I'll go back to it again, okay? So when you go, okay, so if you go, I'm just going to take you back here for a second, okay? Here's my home page, okay? And right underneath the description and all of that is customize channel, manage videos, and visit community, 3 buttons. You click on customize channel, that is where it will take you to add the banner image, your logo, and all that other information I showed you. And the home tab. So first of all, Jackie, does that make sense? Okay, kind of, sort of. Okay, the home tab is another important part. So this is where, now again, Perlow Productions, we have a ton of videos, so we have more to pull from. But I have 2 different videos featured. One is, as you see here, for people who haven't subscribed. So anybody theoretically that's probably coming to our YouTube channel for the first time, they see, the first thing they see is this video, why people choose Perlow Productions. And then people that come back, I switch this up every once in a while. And this is a pet product video we did for a company that they'll see when they first come here. So I like to have a different video playing for returning viewers and visitors versus somebody that's coming for the first time. And then there's all the playlists, which we'll get into in a little bit. I want to pause for a second and see, does anybody have any questions about, there's a lot there, but does anybody have any questions about what I showed you in terms of the beginning layout of your homepage on your YouTube channel? I explained it perfectly, eloquently, without a single confusion. Jennifer, what's your question?
So it's not, I started my YouTube page primarily because I started a video series called Leadership in Less Than a Minute. They're all shorts. They're all less than a minute. And that I wanted a place where I could link them to the website, and I put them on LinkedIn and all that fun stuff. Since my handle is my name and my company's name, because no one's going to look for leadership in less than a minute. Is it okay to really just focus it that way and have it more focused on me, since it's not necessarily my company?
So do you work in marketing for the company?
No, I am the company. I'm a solopreneur. I do business
so
consulting to help small business owners.
So it is your company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing leadership consulting. Okay.
As part of it, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. So what I would say is nobody's searching Jennifer Creswell, no offense,
Mhm.
Cresswell for what you do. I don't think
Right.
really almost right. So nobody, like I said, like nobody would search any of us likely for what we do, right?
Right.
So think about how is your name as part of the YouTube channel any different than if your website, and some people do this, their website is jennifercresswell.com, right? Which
Yeah.
is, and many people
Yeah.
have done that, and it is what it is at this point. But a lot of those people probably in 2026, if they could do it all over again, would have named their webs chosen something different than, mikeperlow.com or
Mhm.
mikeperlowconsulting.com,
Right.
because again, it doesn't, it gives no benefit when people are searching for what you do. And don't get me wrong, like just because your name is part of your YouTube channel name doesn't mean you're never going to be found. Okay.
Right.
These are all things that little bits are all going to make a huge difference at the end of the day. If you say Jennifer Cresswell, business owner consulting, well, people probably are still going to find you because it still says in your YouTube channel name what it is. But
Okay.
so it's not like you should never have your name. I'm just saying it doesn't help anywhere. And again, unless you're a known figure, if it's Mark
Right.
Cuban, his YouTube
Right.
channel might be called Mark Cuban, right?
Yeah.
But everybody knows who Mark Cuban is. Okay. Big brands, their name is obviously their brand name. McDonald's YouTube channel doesn't say we make burgers, but everybody knows what McDonald's is.
Right.
So, does that make sense, Jennifer?
It
Yeah.
does. I think
Okay.
where I'm trying to drive my thought leadership
Mhm.
and bring that, and that's why I had my name involved. And so it sounds like I can keep it involved. Just don't use just your name because
Absolutely.
no one will search that.
Right. And again, it goes back to thinking about what would somebody search if they're looking for what you do or sell.
Hmm.
Those are the words that should be really key in all that we're talking about right here.
Gotcha.
Um,
Thanks.
so you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So let's move on. So a little bit more about, writing that strong channel description. I showed you mine. I talked a little bit about how it should be less about selling you and more about what you do. So leading with your value proposition, leading with what you do and what you offer. Not we're the greatest business consulting firm ever. We work with businesses to do X. You know, keywords again. When we say keywords, you don't have to be an SEO expert. No offense, SEO experts, but think a lot of times people think to make the thought process too complex. Just think naturally, what would somebody search if they're looking for what you do or what you sell? And usually it's very basic English. I'll tell you a funny other side of that. When we do a lot of our SEO, we don't have TV commercials among words we would like pay for in a pay-per-click campaign because millions of people are searching TV commercials every day. And we would blow through so much money if we were clicked on every time somebody was searching for a funny TV commercial or a local furniture store TV or whatever it might be. So that's TV commercials, for example, is so broad, even though we create TV commercials, it's so broad that it just wouldn't make sense for us based on the millions of searches for something that specific. Um, again, I showed you adding a call to action and website links, ending with that strong call to action. Again, wherever you have your content about your company, give people an easy way to reach you. Don't make them have to look for your phone number, for your email address. And by the way, I know we're talking about YouTube today, would include that everywhere in your marketing materials, on your website. Even when people send emails and they don't have an email signature, make sure your contact, how many times have you gone back to somebody's email address trying to find their phone number and it's nowhere to be found? And I've gone back to somebody's email. I find that happens often, and then I'm trying to dig up somebody's phone number from my CRM. So again, make it easy for people to find you even when they're on your YouTube channel. Videos, titles, descriptions, and tags. So there are different theories on how many characters and what makes right or wrong, but obviously at a certain point it gets too long. So make sure the titles are clear, rich in keywords, but you don't need to make it dental practice for people needing dentists, right? Like you don't need to be that intentional. Um, Descriptions, they say that first 150 characters are the SEO gold. So make sure those first couple lines you write are the best copy you could write that describes what you do and what your offering is. There's a section that I'll get to in a few minutes in each video where you can add keywords. And again, there's thought process behind what are the right keywords. So for example, in our world of video production, I don't just want TV commercials, infomercials, website content, social media videos. I also want keywords like video agency, video production company, animation company, things like that. So think about, again, what are people searching when they're looking for what you do? And within each video and the description, you can include links to other videos and to your website. Again, giving people more ways to find you, learn more about you, what you do, and stay connected to your business, both in the YouTube channel and out. Before we get to the thumbnails, I'm going to come back on here and show a couple other things. So we're going to actually, and again, if you have a question, raise your virtual hand or just wave your hand in the air and I'm happy to call on you. So we're going to show a couple other people's YouTube channels who volunteered to be part of this process. In no particular order, we're going to start with Bill McCormick's YouTube channel. And I believe Bill is here. I'm pretty sure I saw him log in. So here's Bill's channel. So here's the plus. The plus is he has that nice top banner. He has his channel name. Although his channel name is Bill McCormick, his channel handle is Digi-Sales. Okay? So there's one of the things we're talking about is consistency. Now, Bill, are you here? Can you speak? I thought Bill was here. Okay, maybe Bill's not here. Okay. Anyhow, so what I would tell Bill is, his company is called Digi-Sales Academy, it looks like. So one, I would have the channel name and the channel handle be the same thing. Now, I would argue that Digi-Sales does not tell me what they do. So that is their name. So you need to think about, what does your channel want to say? Digi-Sales, and maybe it looks like they do podcasts. Again, I'd have to spend more time, but here's part of the problem. I don't know quickly by looking at their YouTube channel what exactly they do. So just like if you go to somebody's website and you're not quite clear what the company does when you go to the homepage, same issue here. I'm not quite clear what this company does. So that's issue number one, although you can just click on the description and it says, we're a social sales training company focused on those selling in the B2B space, yada, yada, yada. Okay. And he has his website and then a social training website, and looks like that's all he has. None of his social media channels, his other social media channels, which you could certainly add here. And then I'm going to look at a few of the featured videos he has here. So he has a video that was posted 2 months ago, a video posted 3 months ago. I like to just kind of look at the track record of a YouTube channel. Every once in a while, this happened actually with somebody else we did an audit with recently. Most of their videos had almost no traffic, and one had like 3,000 views in a day. And I'll explain why in a minute. But when I look here, most of the videos here have been up for anywhere from 6 to 12 months, maybe longer. And with the exception of one that has 62 views, or 72 views, they have very little activity overall. So what that tells me is a couple things. One is, and I can't go into the back end of their YouTube channel doing this, but that's what I do with an audit. One is the videos are probably not titled properly to attract interest in watching the video. So like this one says, bonus episode, conversational searching. Frankly, I'm not even sure what that means exactly, but probably nobody's searching anything close to that when they're looking for what he has to offer. Or the power of soft skills. I know Jen Halpern, and she's a great person, but it says building trust and driving sales. So think a little bit more about the title of each video and how it quickly speaks to what is the subject matter of the video in both a common sense way and also in a way that people would search what that video is about or the service or product that video is about. So my hunch from just a quick peruse of this YouTube channel is A, he needs to think through a better name and handle for the channel, and B, there's likely some work needed to update the titles of each video, the description on each video, and probably it's lacking any keyword tags in the body of the video as well. So that's one. Let's go, 1 second. I have to stop the share for a second. We'll do one more. Okay. Here is Is Kirsten Martin with us? She is not. Okay. A couple of the people that offer to share their YouTube channel.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm just not camera friendly right now. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm here.
That's okay, Kirsten, as long as we can hear you. So
Yeah.
it's just helpful to have this conversation with the person. So
Yeah.
Kirsten, yours was actually one of the first YouTube channels I looked at from the submissions yesterday. So let's look at a couple of things here. So we see your name. It says your company is Globon Financial LLC.
Yeah. There's
And
also a political video on there I do have to remove, which is the Dorothy one. That's very political. But anyway.
Okay,
you know
that's
that
fine.
one.
That's fine. And then so your channel says your name, Globon Financial LLC, and then your handle is Kirsten Elaine Martin.
That's my name. Yeah.
Okay. So just like in a sentence, what is your company's a financial services firm, or
Yeah.
what do you guys do?
So I have a wealth strategy and a life insurance business, but interestingly enough, I just hired a social media company, and what I'm doing now also is I have a niche audience, which is really Latino families. So I've
Okay.
started to do YouTube videos on put them on Facebook. So I have videos in different languages, but I am in the process right now of wanting to like really hone in and focus on that niche. And it's interesting to me what you said about, I never thought about people like searching on, like based on a theme and finding me randomly. I was really thinking more about attracting people from other sources to come to my YouTube channel, as opposed to searching something randomly on YouTube and finding me, I hadn't really thought about that.
And by the way, you don't have to be searching YouTube. You can just do a regular Google search and it will also come up.
Yeah.
So Kirsten, here's what I would say. So a couple things. So one is I would think about, if your company name is Globon Financial, first of all, you don't need to include the LLC in a YouTube channel handle or name. So I would lose that. But I would try to make the name of your channel
Take out
and the
my
handle
name and just
the same.
Globon Financial.
Right. And I would change your handle, the @ to the same thing. Now, I'm wondering, the description says the Oliveira and Coelho families added a butcher shop inside the Brazilian store. How in the world is that the description?
I don't know. No, I don't even know where that's really weird.
Okay.
I don't know that. Oh, because you know why? Because I was announcing my clients opened a butcher shop, a Brazilian butcher. I didn't even realize.
Okay, that's okay.
Like, what is that even doing up there?
So, it's like when we leave our house without cleaning it, like same thing with our YouTube channel. We just leave it be and we don't check it.
Right.
And I will say one of the areas where I was very confused when I looked at your YouTube channel is you have a lot of videos here in Spanish. Now, I don't happen to speak Spanish, but what I know is, as somebody coming to your YouTube channel, A, I don't know what you're saying, but B, even if I didn't know what you're saying, there's no context for why you have videos in Spanish, right?
Well, the other thing I was going to ask you is I have like 3 different areas, like would be Portuguese, some in Spanish, and some in English. So there's language things, but I'm interested to figure out like, how if I can categorize different videos, or like, it's pretty random.
So you can create playlists, and each playlist can be in a different language. And what I would do here, and again, I don't want to get too much into the weeds, your description can say, Globon Financial does X. We serve clients speaking the following languages, whatever, and see videos.
I've got all that language now from my social media people. I just didn't think about putting it on my YouTube, to be honest.
And again, unless they work only with you, and even if they do, no offense, I would put your company logo there instead of your own picture.
Yep. Okay. Instead of my picture.
Right. Now, Jennifer, Jennifer we were talking to before, she's the person that works with every client. So having her picture there isn't necessarily a bad idea, because she is the person they work with, right? But if you're part of a larger company,
I am too.
Okay. So if you are the only person, then maybe. But I don't know. I feel like when I think of like a financial services firm, it's more about the company than one person.
I have a nice logo, and it says International Financial Strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put my logo there.
So those are a few things to start with. And obviously, I mean, listen, everybody, if you have private content, you can post it. If for some reason you want to post it somewhere, you want to put it on your YouTube channel, you can do that, but you can mark it private so nobody can see it.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Okay.
So, but I'm just saying broadly, like, I don't know, let's say you have a video from your kid's soccer game and you want to put it up on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can put it up there. It's not going to interfere with your channel. If you just mark it private, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to go watch it. Okay. And
now, if I mark it private, though, I can still give people the link to find it separately, right?
Correct. It's a private link.
Interesting.
Yep. So, so those are a couple of YouTube channels. Again, I want to just pause for a minute and ask if there are any other questions right now. thinking about, how you use your YouTube channel, the way you have it set up. Any other questions right now before I move on?
I
Yes.
do have one more question because in conjunction with this, I have a TV show called The Best of All Worlds. It's half English, Portuguese, and we're going to create a YouTube channel for people that watch that show in our town and have sponsors attached to it. So my question is, would it be good to have another separate channel just for that, or to make it a playlist? Because it does support my business. It's like an additional, it's like a way to market in a different way through my TV show. Would that be better to do a separate YouTube channel
So
or to make a playlist?
I don't want to give you a black and white answer here, but my gut would say keep it part of the same channel. It's a similar conversation. I'm sure some of the social media folks on here will agree with me, at least I think they will, is that businesses often make a mistake of creating different, like let's say 2 Instagram channels for different parts of their business. And what they're really doing is pulling their whole audience apart. So if you keep everything in one main YouTube channel, the people that are coming for a variety of things are all going to come to the same house and go into different rooms to see your specific content. So I would say create a playlist for that show and make it a featured element when people come to the page. But we can certainly talk about that further if you'd like at some point as well. But that would be my general guidance on that. Kirsten, if you can just mute yourself, please. Okay, thank you. Jackie, did you have a question?
Oh, I was just typing it into you, but I can say it. I'd like to know how it's possible for a direct competitor to post an like a video about their business and the benefits of their business on my channel.
Somebody did that to you?
Yeah, it's still there actually.
Okay. Well, you should be able to delete it very easily. Because you can delete, it's a comment, right? It's a comment on a video.
Oh, no. No, it's an actual video of their camp on my YouTube channel promoting their camp.
Right, but it's probably a comment on your video. Well, I'll tell you what, email me a link to it and I will take a look at it. But what I will say is you can, 2 things. First of all, you can turn off comments on your video so nobody can comment, although generally I think the comments are a beneficial thing. But if somebody anywhere, like it's no different than if somebody posts something on any of your social media, you can delete the comment. It's my gut tells me somebody commented on one of your videos and then added the link to the video in the comment. But if it's something else, I'll have to take a look at it. And if you want to email it to me after the workshop, I'm happy to take a look at it, Jackie. So okay, let's move on. I want to be respectful of everybody's time. So a few other things there. So growing subscribers and engagement. Now, getting subscribers is not an easy thing. It takes time, right? I will tell you that very often on other social media platforms, I'll play like a little contest or game and say, hey, help us get to 500 subscribers. Help us get us to 1,000 subscribers. So things like that will encourage people to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. As I mentioned, on your website, if you don't have icons on your homepage and frankly, throughout your website that link people to your social media channels, call your website person today and say, I want to add icons that hyperlink, which means you click the icon, it takes you to that channel, to each of any of your social media channels that you manage regularly. And again, with the YouTube one, they can add a little bit of code at the end of the YouTube channel link that automatically puts up that subscribe button for anybody that is not already a subscriber. It's an incredibly effective tool. I've been using it for about 2 years now, and just a nice little trick to encourage people to subscribe. Otherwise, they just come to your channel and watch your videos and don't think about whether they've subscribed or not. I'm not going to get a lot into this now, but one of the other things you can do in the back end when you upload a video is you can add end screens and cards, which are basically clickable little icons that come up late in the video that either call to watch this video as well, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, or visit our website, or it can be turned into a lot of different calls to action. Those are super useful tools. Something I need to talk through with you a little bit more deeply to show you how to do it and how to do it right. But it's a super useful tool as another way to get further engagement with people. Sometimes it just suggests another video for them to watch after that video. You can even choose show latest upload or show video that is the best fit for what they just watched. So if they're watching a video about a pharmaceutical company, maybe they then watch another one about a pharmaceutical company. And another thing, and this is probably the hardest part, it's easy for me as a video production company, but posting regularly. It's like anything. If you post a video once every 6 months, it's really hard to keep people engaged with your YouTube channel. So I'm not saying put crap up there just to post regularly, but think about content, either if they're videos you're producing, videos you've produced in the past that aren't on your channel, but posting, even if it's once a week or once every couple of weeks, some kind of regular flow of adding new content, that because anybody that's subscribed will get an alert that you have uploaded something new to your channel. You can even set it as like a debut. There's all kinds of other features you can do in that realm as well. I want to talk briefly about embedding and website integration. One of the other areas that just pains me when I go to websites is whether the YouTube channel is set up well or not, is videos are very often embedded on websites, either in a very small player window at the bottom corner, so if they're embedded from YouTube, YouTube shows the name of the video. So if the literal video file you upload is named, Camp Smith, take 4, 1993, when somebody scrolls over that video, they're going to see in the top left corner of the video, Camp Smith, take 4, 1993. Okay. So one of the things to think about is before you upload a video to YouTube, look at the literal file name. Like literally, it's like editing the name of a Word document, and rename it again, thinking SEO, thinking words people will search. I'll give you an example. Just the other day, we uploaded an animated explainer video that we produced for a graduate school. And it was called CGU Animated, whatever. So I renamed it, the name of the school, Animated Explainer Video Production. So again, it has the school name. So if somebody searches the school, they might find it. And it has Animated Explainer Video Production. So if somebody's looking video production, looking for animated explainer video, any of those things, those are all potential ways that somebody's going to find that video within our YouTube channel. So again, it's a little small, minute detail, and it's crazy. I mean, I have hundreds of videos at this point that I've uploaded that are probably not named in the best way, but I'm not going back and renaming them and re-uploading them and all that. It's just a mess. But all the videos now, when we upload them, I intentionally name the actual video file properly before I upload it to the channel. Okay. Next. Well, the next step is I want to take a few minutes to answer some of your questions and even ask about what are some of the key takeaways you've had here today and what has you still confused. There's a lot going on here. I've packed a lot into 45 minutes so far. I can't talk specifically about each person's YouTube channel, but I will say everything I've addressed so far here today are things that I see regularly when we do these YouTube channel audits for businesses, because there are a lot of the same mistakes happening. Very often companies I have a guy managing our YouTube channel, and they clearly don't know what they're doing. So that's why I'm pointing out all these things in hopes that these will help you get your YouTube channel in a better position. Joel, what is your question for us?
Not a question, but a comment. I've listened to this very intently, and I've come to the conclusion on a scale to 1 to 10, I'm -1.
In what sense?
Well, basically, I have lots of videos, but they're not organized to the point where I have a channel, where I have eyesight, where I have eyeballs. That's killing me. So now I know where I'm lacking. Now I need to figure out what to do about it. But as an engineer, video production is not my forte.
Absolutely. But what I will say is that, and thinking about, again, like the videos on your YouTube channel in the engineering world, what is each video about? What is that subject matter? And why would somebody want to watch that video? What is the information in there? And that's where, when you think about the title of the video, the description of the video, the keywords and tags you can add in the description, are all things that you want to think about. What would somebody search for, what you're offering? Jackie, what's your question?
So kind of on the same idea as Joel. I'm not sure what line of work you're in, Joel, but I'm in the summer camp industry. We have amazing videos, but we're seasonal. So I may have a different person every summer handling it. And in doing that, we have multiple channels and multiple tube accounts, because I'm more involved with other things and running the business than micromanaging my YouTube. And so with that, some of these videos that are amazing, we don't have the login. We've tried to work with YouTube by streamlining and getting everything into one channel, and they're like all over the place. And so that's my goal, is how do we retrieve our content if we don't have the login or the password? And then YouTube comes back with, there's already an account under that name and number, but it doesn't get us to the videos that we're looking for.
So you're saying your old YouTube channel you don't have access to right now?
There are some of them that I do not have access to,
Because they're
that
on a
I
separate
want.
channel. They're on a separate channel.
They're on a separate channel that was made by a seasonal employee that is no longer, with the camp.
Okay.
And have even contacted them, been like, hey, what's the login? How do we get into that? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, Jackie, that was 10 years ago. I don't know.
So Jackie, let's talk about this because I have a couple suggestions for you on how we can figure that out.
Okay.
So let's talk about that a little bit later or another day. There's definitely
Okay.
there's some ways hopefully to recover that.
Yep.
So let's but yeah, it's frustrating when your content's somewhere that you can't access.
But the real question for today, Mike, really is, it's not a comment. I'm trying to figure out how to send you the link, but it is a video on our channel
Okay.
of a direct competitor
Okay.
that is selling their camp on my YouTube channel.
I'm going to take a look at. Well, let's talk about it, and I'll take a look and see. I have one other guess. Is it more of an ad or it's just a video upload?
It's a video upload, and it says CAT leadership program at St. Mark's Summer Program
So
offers full day and extended and enrichment. And then
that could be a paid ad that is what's called retargeting or remarketing. That is on your that looks like it's on your page, but it's just it's a broader conversation that I don't want to go down that road right now. But let's talk, and I can help you figure it out.
Yeah, well,
Okay?
no, that's fine. I just there's certain privacies, and I just wanted to learn, and maybe others wanted to learn how you have control over that of your business and the content on your page.
You absolutely do. So I'm telling you, I think there's something else going on there.
Okay.
Because people can't just post videos on your YouTube channel. That's impossible.
Unless they have your login and password.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
all right.
impossible. So that's definitely not what has happened here.
Okay.
Anne, what's your question?
Yeah, so couple things. First, when you put the watermark on there, if somebody downloads your video or is going to remix it, that watermark gets to stay there, correct?
No, the watermark
No.
is an image that is superimposed over the video. You would have to
Okay.
produce the video with a physical watermark on it for that to happen. Yeah.
Okay. And then the second question relates to this, but when I'm uploading shorts to my channel, they're really short. I don't really want people to remix them. I don't think people are. They give you the option to either do video and audio remixing or just audio remixing. Do you have any thoughts on that? I am typically choosing just audio remix only because I don't really want my videos remixed.
So my embarrassing answer to that question is I really don't know, but here's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody here that would be upset if somebody took our video and started messing around with it and putting it in other places on the internet?
Yeah.
Really, right? Like that would be a nice problem to have, right? So I really don't think anybody's going to take any of our videos and remix them and do something. But if somebody did, I mean, at worst, it's going to bring some extra attention to our content. At best, nobody's going to even notice it, right? So I mean, if you're a huge brand, maybe a bigger question. But I probably have to do some more research on that because I do think about it every time we upload something new, and I don't have a good answer for you other than I don't think it's a huge factor unless you're a massive brand, in which case I would probably turn that off.
Yeah. Or say an influencer, because we see in our feed that somebody will take and just kind of look and nod as somebody's decorating a cake. You can tell what's in my feed. And that takes away from that influencer who made that. But anyway, on mine, good point. Thank you.
You're welcome. Steve, what's your question?
No, so it wasn't a question. I was raising my hand saying I would be upset if somebody took my videos.
You would.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all of these videos that all of us are creating are intellectual property. And there's this ethos on the internet that everything on the internet is free. And if you've invested time and money and effort in making a video, you deserve to be compensated for it. But that's a point of view.
Absolutely. And I guess I'm being a little sarcastic with what I'm saying, which is, you know, what's the expression? Good, all PR is good PR, right? So like, if somebody went to the effort to take a video of ours and do something fun and creative with it, would I don't know that it would really have any harm and probably wouldn't do any good either. Liz, who is one of our social media experts on here, said most remixes credit the original creator on social platforms when they use that feature. So what she's saying is when people are doing that, they're actually saying, thanks to Ann Gussiff for this video that we remixed.
And I
So,
guess the problem is that the influencers are getting paid
right,
by advertisers.
yeah.
So they're making money off of your work when they
Absolutely,
do that.
absolutely. But I mean, personally, if an influencer grabbed one of our videos tomorrow and put it all over the place, I'd be happy as a clam, right? Like that's
Like I
getting
say,
our
it's an
content out
opinion.
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. What else? Any other questions right now? These are all been great. Is there anything that just was completely not clear that I went through? Because I know we went through a lot. And again, I'll share the recording to this with all of you. Yes, Rhonda.
Um, so my client's YouTube page it's old already because we just took it over 5 years ago, but he's been in business since 2012, I think. So there was another agency doing videos for him, totally different style. But basically, he's got training, recruiting, and Larry Talks, which is his version of TED Talk. Can I turn all of those into playlists and put them in featured? Is that something I
Absolutely.
want to do?
Well, all of his videos? I mean,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
can. Yeah.
there's 50 plus Larry Talks.
Well, you can't feature. I don't know what the limit is on how many videos you can feature, but you can have the playlist there on the homepage. So you
a-
could have it, one of the
As a
playlists called Ted, Larry Talks. Absolutely.
right.
Um,
But
uh,
so then does it show up again? Because it looks like it's also in videos
well,
individually.
yeah, because the full listing of videos is every video you have there, and then there's a category for shorts,
Right.
which is generally anything under 60 seconds, I believe. And so, yeah, so again, that goes back to the strategy of how you organize videos on a company YouTube channel, right?
Right.
If you have, a group of videos with a similar approach, but maybe 10 are about finance and 10 are about marketing and 10 are about sales, maybe you have three different lists,
Like,
or maybe they're all under one list, but it kind of depends on how many and how diverse they are and how you want to showcase them. But you certainly can showcase all of those on the homepage of your YouTube channel. I want to ask one quick question of as many of you that want to answer. What is something each of you learned today that you didn't know? Anybody can go first. Just turn
branding.
what is it?
Branding the page.
Okay. Okay. What else?
The code that's going to go, that I'm going to have my web developer put so that it pops up with that subscribe.
Awesome. Who else? Nobody else?
Just what a disaster my YouTube page really is. I never was even really, just everything was just really an eye opener.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Nobody else learn anything or just being shy? Okay. Well, I hope you learned a lot. And listen, I've shared a lot of end screens and cards. Thank you, Tracy. Obviously what we're going through here, there's a lot involved in getting your YouTube channel to a place where it is truly generating traffic and driving new customers and prospects to your business. And we do these YouTube channel audits for businesses all the time, where we go through and make sure your your channel is optimized and set up properly and all of those things. And I wanted to give a little extra value here today to everybody for giving me an hour of your time. So one of the things I'm offering to anybody today is I'm basically giving $100 off our YouTube channel audit. So you can, and the offer is just for today. So you can either go to the URL at the bottom. I created a tiny URL, so easier to get there, or you can scan the QR code to sign up for a YouTube audit. And basically what I'll do is once you sign up, I ask for your YouTube admin login, the username and password. We go literally under the hood and go and look at all the things that I couldn't do today with the YouTube channels, which is show you the back end of videos, go into the back end of your videos and your channel, find out how the videos are set up, what's right, what's wrong, what needs to be changed. And I come through, and you can ask anybody that's done a YouTube channel audit with me, come through with a lot of notes and recommendations. I don't make any changes until I go through it all with you. There are some that I can easily make for you. But one of the things I also do is once we've gone through everything, as part of that fee, I will completely update one of your videos. I'll retitle it, I'll retag it, I'll redescribe it. I'll do all the things for one video so you can see how it's done properly. And then you can decide to either do the rest yourself or we can do others for an additional fee. What I will say is we don't do the same thing for every video. That defeats the purpose. So, I mean, some of the tags might be the same, but you really want to customize the title, the description, the keywords for each video as it speaks to a different offering, product, service, title, whatever it may be. So again, making this offer for today, anybody that's here, I'll be generous enough to say that if you know somebody else you think would like to take advantage of it, I'll hold the offer to them, friends and family, for today as well. But typically we do charge $500 for that. And I will tell you that those we've done, people have found huge value in because we've uncovered so many more things that they just weren't aware of with their channel. And it's, you know, and again, once this work is done, then it takes time for it to get indexed by Google, and eventually down the road, you're going to start finding more interactivity and more leads and people finding your website and your YouTube channel, finding your YouTube channel, thus your website. And hopefully, you know, at the end of the day, what is this all about, right? We're trying to drive more business to our company or product or service or whatever we offer. So again, I want to thank everybody. This is my contact information. If you want to email me, call me, always happy to have a conversation. If you have a few follow-up questions, I'm happy to extend this by a few minutes. If anybody has any other questions for me, happy to stick around another 5 or 10 minutes.
What's the charge after an hour? Because surely it takes more than an hour to review somebody's YouTube channel.
Well, it's not an hour. It's not an hour. No, I do the review myself.
Okay.
I spend several hours doing that, and then I come back with a report, and then we go over the report.
Okay.
And then we probably spend an hour on a call going over everything.
Okay.
Right? No, it's yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
And then how are your services billed after that?
So, I mean, if it's in terms of like updating other pages, it depends on how many videos we're doing and how complex the different terminology is for them. So that's usually something I'll discuss once we've, you know, kind of gone through the site and see what needs to be done. Some people say to me, okay, you've given me the list of changes, I'll do them all. Some people say to me, can you just do all this for us? Like we don't have time or we don't know how or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some that if you said to me, Mike, you change the name of the handle, yeah, whatever, like it's easy. Like I can do that in a second. If we're talking, like one thing we didn't touch on today is thumbnails for videos, which is a whole nother piece of the picture. You know, creating thumbnails for videos. There's so much to I could do a 3-hour workshop on this. Okay. I really tried to focus on the main things around building a strong, successful YouTube channel. And it, you know, kind of, as they say with a house, it starts with the foundation. And if the foundation isn't good, the rest of it really doesn't matter. But, and if you just want to learn a little bit more about what we have to offer, and obviously, I mean, we're a video production company first and foremost. So once you have a successful channel, then hopefully you will let us help you create some better videos, whether it's for a summer camp, a pharmaceutical company, a coaching business, whatever it may be. But first and foremost, I want to know that whatever your videos are, they're getting in front of the right audience and then pushing those people to your website, to your other social media channels, and hopefully doing business.
I know we've run out of time, but next time, if you do one of these or whatever, I'd like to learn what the thought process is between why YouTube, or what the difference is between YouTube and TikTok, and what audience are you catering to with each one?
Well, I can answer that briefly now. So YouTube, as mentioned in the beginning, is the second biggest search engine in the world.
Oh,
People don't go on TikTok searching for a dentist or a business coach. I mean, they could, but YouTube and Google are where people are going. Now that is changing with AI a little bit, but it's not going to, YouTube is not going away, right? So TikTok is a social media platform that has amazing potential for many businesses and many purposes. But I wouldn't even, comparing YouTube and TikTok is apples and oranges in terms of the broad spectrum of promoting your business. And, you want to get to the point where when somebody searches for what you do, in the search results come not just links to your website, but links to videos from your YouTube channel that speak to that particular product or service. Who else?
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Thank you so much, Mike.
Oh, my
Thank
pleasure,
you.
Jackie. And again, anybody reach out to me with questions. I'll put up that the slide one more time in case anybody else want to just see about the YouTube audit. But if you have other questions, feel free to email me, call me, whatever. And in terms of the audit session, typically what I recommend is when you schedule it about 2 weeks out. That gives me time to get in the back end of your YouTube channel and look through everything and get a report together. And if it's ready sooner, then we can always reschedule it for sooner. But anyhow, I hope everybody has found this helpful and informative and not completely overwhelming. And just for what it's worth, 3 years ago, I was not a super savvy YouTube utilizer myself. And I've learned a lot through my own trial and error and a lot of research and learning and trying. So don't be intimidated by the fact that there's a lot here. It's a learning process, but this is kind of where it starts. So I want to thank all of you again for giving me some of your time today. I hope you found this a worthwhile and meaningful experience, and that this will launch you into greater success with your YouTube channel in the future. So thank you again, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
In some capacity, I mean, I think you said the but